As we used to say in the Army, bottom line up front, the lever gun is not your best choice for home defense. It's usable for home defense, but it is not your best choice. A semi-automatic, magazine-fed rifle, like the AR patterns, those would be excellent. A shotgun, either a manually operated, like a pump shotgun, or a semi-auto, like the Venable 1301 or the A300. Those are excellent home defense guns. Pistols are nice because they're maneuverable in tight spaces. You can keep it in a drawer. A lever gun is not your best choice. However, it is a choice, and there are some benefits to it. First of all, one of the things that I like about the lever gun is that there's no confusion about 50 state acceptability, right? For example, in New York, semi-automatic rifles can't have a magazine that exceeds, I think, 5 rounds now. Well, this thing takes 8 plus 1, so we're already ahead of the game in capacity. You do have to run the lever in order to get the next round, and it is harder to reload. The other nice thing about the lever gun in terms of the legalities is traveling through different jurisdictions very rarely raises any kind of issues in terms of legality for the firearm. It's a lever gun. It's probably accepted as a viable tool in all 50 states. You could bring it to Canada with little fuss. The other nice thing about the lever gun is that it comes in a variety of calibers. This one's in .357. It's nice to have a gun that matches the same ammunition I use in my revolver. So that ammunition compatibility is really nice. And the last thing I'll say about the .357 in particular is we just recently chronoed the .357 158 grain factory ammunition out of a 16-inch barrel, and it was scooting along at about 1,800 feet per second. That's some pretty decent ballistics. Now the bullet drops pretty precipitously past about 70 or 80 yards, but in general, like inside a home or most sort of urban or suburban defensive uses, that's pretty good. So there is that advantage. There's a ton of aftermarket accessories now for the lever gun that people can sort of tart it up with, including rails that will accept lights, red dots, all sorts of cool stocks. One of the nice things about the lever gun in this configuration is it doesn't look like somebody built it to kill their neighbor. It looks like, you know, just a regular hunting tool, and as such, it conveys a different message to a trier of fact, like a jury. Let's take a look at how we're going to shoot it. So one of the things about the lever gun or any manually operated rifle like a bolt gun or whatever, the right hand obviously has a job to do, and that is to advance the next cartridge into the chamber. And so a lot of the support and the built-in tension is going to come from the non-firing hand or the support hand. So this hand, my left hand in my case, is going to draw the rifle into the butt of my shoulder or the pocket of my shoulder. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my shoulder until my line of sight matches the peep sight. And from here, I'm free with this hand to run the bolt or run the action. And then when I'm ready, I can top it off. So if I feel like I need to add ammunition to the magazine, I'll treat it like the same way I would with a shotgun, and that is I'll just add ammunition when I have the opportunity, if I can load it in a, if I run the gun dry, I always have the option of chamber loading it and going back to work. Same way with a shotgun where you load single and go back to work. Just because the lever gun isn't the best choice doesn't mean it's not a choice. It's still a viable option as a defensive tool. You just have to figure out what works best for you, and does this tool fit into what you think you need. I will tell you that I've taken cross-country trips in my car, and I've wanted to take a long gun, and it has been a lever gun. And then what I do is I just take a lever gun speed loader. And if you're wondering what that looks like, I'll link a video in the description where you can check it out.